Welcome to tutorialsinhand.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to see how to use charat method on a string to find out character present at the specified index, and then we will use this charat to see when this method throws string out of bound exception, and then at the same time we will check how to find out the first and the last character using this charat method, and finally, we will write a program to see what are the elements that are present at the even index of the string. So let's begin. Let's create a string object, and this is how we are going to create the string object, and this is string literal. You know that we can create string using two ways, right? This is string literal and another one is you can use new to create string. So if you don't know how to create a string, just go to the previous video tutorial. Link is given in the description so that you are aware about how strings are created. For now, we are going to use this string literal to perform different actions using charat, right? So let's have a message. So this is our message, like tutorials in hand, right? And now we are going to use charat on this string object to find out what are the objects present at any specified location, right? So first thing is, let's try to find out what is the character present at the 0 index. You should be aware that the index starts from 0. So this t is at the 0 index, and then this is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, right? So this is how the indexing is done. So you should keep that in mind. Now when we want to find what is the element present at the index 0, then let's use this. See, you are getting charat, right? So use charat, and by default it is giving you 0. So let's have this charat 0. So what it will do, it will give you the character that is present at the 0 index. But this is something which will be in the memory, but it is not being referred to by anyone, so it is of no use for now. So in that case, let's assign it to some particular variable. For example, char, and then you can write token. So this particular result that is returned by this charat method for the index at 0 will be stored over here. So in this case, char at 0 means this t should be returned, and this will be replaced by t, and the t will be stored in this token variable. And how we can check that? Let's check it out. Like write sysO control tab, you will get system.out.println, and then within that print char at. So char at specified index is going to be whatever you are going to print over there, right? So we have our character stored in this token, so print the token variable and you will get the result for now. So run it and see, at 0 it is t because indexing starts from 0. So this is t which is getting printed over here. And now if you want to find out what is the element at the last index, then what you need to do? Element at the last index. So for now we want the element at the last index, right? So in this case, let's have char last char, and now use this message, and on that use char at. Now what you will do, how you will find the last index? So last index will be equals to the length of a string. That means what is the length of this message? Dot length. So this will give you the length of the message. So length will be counted from 0, right? Since the indexing starts from 0, so the total length should be message.length minus 1. But this length does not start from 0, it starts from 1, right? So you are getting 15. So length you are getting as 15, but the index of the last element is what? 14. So that means the total length minus 1 should give you the index of the last element. So in this case, if you print this one, then you will see that you are getting d as the output. So let's see if we are getting d as the output or not. So this is going to print the element at the last index, right? So in this case, let's print last char, not token. If you will print token, you will again get t, because in token we still have the element that is at 0, but we want the element at which is present as the last character, which is stored in this variable. So print this one over here, and now just run it. See, now you are getting d as the output. Why? Because last char means character which is present at the last index is getting printed over here, which is D. So this is two things we have done, character at 0 and character at the last index. Now suppose if you want to check what are the elements present at each character, for that what we will do, we will create a for loop, and within that what we will do, we will start the run from I is equals to 0 to I less than what, it should be string length. So it should start from I is equals to 0, so it will start from 0 index and it will go to message dot length, means it should go to less than message dot length. That means if the length is 16, then it will only go up to one less index than the total length of the string. So let's proceed and then try to print the character which is present at each index. So in this case you can again take a character variable at each index, and on the message just use char at, and now it should be I, right? Because each time the for loop will iterate over this message, so this value of index will increase from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and at the same time this char at will keep on printing characters at each index. Like for first time it should be I equals to 0, so it will check for message dot char at 0, and at 0 it will be having t, so t will be stored over here, and then we can print that at this place. So let's print the value, so it will print C, and then again the iteration will move ahead and i's value will increase from 0 to 1, and this time it will be 1, and 1 will be less than message dot length because length will be something around 16, so 1 is less than 16. Now it will enter inside this loop, and again we will have the check as message dot char at index 1, and at index 1 you will have u, and u will be printed, and similarly this loop will go on iterating till the message dot length is reached. For example, here we have d at index 15, so once we reach 15, so what will be done, 15 is the index, but when you will check the length it will be 16, so 15 will be less than 16, and then it will enter within this for loop, and what will happen, at the index 15 the character will be checked and it will be found as D, and D will be stored and it will be printed again. So we will print the complete from T to D. Tutorials in hand will be printed each and every character. Now after this loop what will happen is the value of I will increase from 15 to 16, and once it becomes 16, so it will check whether 16 less than message dot length, no, because 16 is not less than 16 and the condition is not met. As a result we will come out of the for loop, right? And thus this program will end and we will have got all the element that is present in the string. So let's execute this and see whether we are getting the expected output or not. See, we have already got the expected output. Tutorials in hand. So each and every character is printed over here on separate line because we had used print ln. Ln means it will print each and everything on the new line. So this is how we are getting characters at each and every index. The next thing we are going to check is how to find out the elements that are present at the even index. Even index means at 0, 2, 4, 6 and so on. So let's check how we can do that. So again we will be using the for loop, and here we will have to make a little adjustment. So here we are going to check if the index that we have got is even or not. So how that can be done, we have already explained this one, how to check odd and even. So in that case we will check if I, that is index, when applied on modulus operator, when I mod 2, that means I mod 2 will leave remainder as 0, then it will be even, right? Means if we have 0 mod 2, that means remainder will be 0. Then again for 1, if we check 1 mod 2, then what will happen? Remainder will be 1. So 1 not is equals to 0, so it will not satisfy. For 2 mod 2, what will happen? 2 will be divided by 2 1 times and we will get remainder as 0. As a result, 0 is equals to 0 will be true, and again we can print this one. So this is how each and every even index will be checked using this logic, and within that if body we can simply print what we have earlier printed for complete message. Now we will only print something which is present at the even index. So let's see whether we are getting each and everything that is present at the even index or not, and see, we have got. Now let's see whether we are getting everything that is at the even index or not. So this is 0, so T we have already got over here. Now 1 is not even, 2 is even, so we get this one. 3 is not even, so we are not getting this. R, this is at 4, so this is even and it gets printed. Then we come to 5, it is not even, so it is not printed. Now we come to A, that is 6, it is even, and then A is printed. And if you keep on checking, you will see that we have printed each and every character which is at the even index. Now you can simply modify this logic to print each and every character which is present at the odd index. I will not tell you how to do this. We have already explained how to check odd and even. I will just ask you to play around and just make one adjustment so that you can print the elements which are present at the odd index. So just try that and let us know in the comment section that whether you were able to do it or not. If not, we will definitely help you. Thanks for watching the video till the end. If you have liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe it, as it serves as a fuel for us to create more videos for you in the future. Thank you.